my bad. I'm enjoying a little bit too much. Welcome on in to the N1MD podcast. Your host, Kevin Hurt, Brian Sherrard. Welcome to this Sunday morning, baby.
What is going on, Hurt? How you doing, man?
It's a good day, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, we're live.
Yeah.
That's number one. We are live here on, StreamYard, on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, N1MD podcast. It's a Sunday, so you know what that means.
Football?
Yes, except for your team. They have a bye week. So we'll get into that later.
Oh, my gosh. There you go.
Bye week for the Ravens. We got to talk about their last game that they played, though. Which was yes, we do. Which was this past Monday night against the Chiefs. And we had to talk about the Chiefs and the Titans and the Steelers.
And the Saints.
And the Patriots.
And the Patriots.
And the Patriots.
And the Ravens.
And everybody.
Yeah.
And Juventus. I mean, even soccer gets into it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
You'll have to enlighten me on that one. So where you want to start this week, Her? We got a lot to cover this week, man.
Yeah, we do. But, we're going to do our five on it towards the end. But we got to start off with the National Football League. And before we get into our picks from last week, there's one game's been suspended so far. Hasn't been, not suspended, but it's pending. It's kind of like something that goes through your bank account. It's pending before it actually clears.
Oh, okay.
And there's something that actually has been suspended and moved to a different date.
All right.
And we're talking about the outbreak of some COVID cases in the NFL. Most notably, the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
Had 16 members so far of their entourage, 8 players and 8 people working in the office, just employees, have tested positive for COVID. So due to so many people, they had to move that game from this week to, I think, the 25th of October.
Something like that. All I know is that they moved the screws up the Ravens bye week because the Ravens had a bye week in week 8. Now they have to play the Steelers week 7 or something like that. Or their bye week is now week 7. It's all screwy, but it affected my team. But the bottom line is, we kept hearing these reports, right, where there are all these negative cases. For like the first couple of weeks, there was like no positive cases, and we were like, wow, either they're doing everybody's really taking it seriously, or, you know what I mean, or like some kind of type of miracle, because there is no bubble in the NFL, and we've talked about that. And in baseball, there's no bubble as well. And baseball did incredibly well, except for in the beginning where we had the Marlins. They had the outbreak on their team. So we knew this was going to happen.
Yeah,
this was going to happen. My question is, how was the NFL? What are the contingency plans for this? And I guess we're about to find out, because as you stated, it's not just the Titans, even though they have the most players that have contracted COVID. There's some other teams, man, players on other teams that have it as well. So we'll have to see.
And most notably, I got an alert yesterday. I think I texted you or I called you.
No, you called me.
I called you because I was doing something and I got a text from our mutual friend and Dolphin fan, Dan, who told me about Cam Newton. Actually came up testing positive, which put that game, Patriots-Chiefs game, was kind of on the hiatus because we're waiting to see how they were, because the game was supposed to be 1 o'clock today. So I'm not sure if it's still on, suspended. I haven't even checked. I haven't seen anything about being suspended currently.
I was going to ask you what was going on.
Now,
as far as I heard, they were trying to move it to like Monday or Tuesday, right?
Yes, they're going to move it back because that's what they try to do with the Titans Pittsburgh game. But they just kept getting positive tests back from the Titans, so they had to move that game.
Yeah.
It seems like, sources are Cam's the only player from the Patriots to test positive. So I think that game is still on. I haven't heard of a cancellation. Now, again, I don't think it's today. It may be Monday. But that game is probably going to happen. And like you said, and another one, like you said, the Saints player test positive. We don't know what Saints player as of yet. Excuse me, man. These allergies are kicking my butt today. Excuse me, everybody. It's just these allergies early in the morning. So much better when stuff's at 10 o'clock, but you gotta do
Speaking of allergies, other breaking news. We're in October, Hurt.
okay.
That just amazes me that this year has flown by. It hasn't, but it has. Like, I can't believe we're in October already. But anyway.
Well, hey, we've been in 2020 for 5 years.
Yeah,
So,
that's what it feels like, man.
So I mean, we're bound to hopefully this last 2 months doesn't last 2 more years.
Yeah,
So this has been the longest year of like everybody's existence. But yeah, so a Saints player tested positive. We don't have a name as of yet, but the test did come back positive yesterday. What surprised me too as well, and maybe it's a little bit different due maybe COVID reasons, but I swear maybe in the past, just the fact that a Patriot tested positive and we know who it was so quickly, knowing how the Patriots keep everything in the house.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, just kind of shocked me.
But
maybe and who it was probably had a big deal with it.
But you know what though, they wouldn't have been able to hide it though. I don't think.
Because no, but you know how I'm just saying, you know how that organization is.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been able to hide it for 2 reasons. A, because it's the starting quarterback, and B, because it's COVID. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it would have come out anyway.
Eventually, yeah. But yeah, it came out quickly, I guess.
Yeah.
Knowing that just kind of shocked me. Because like I said, I swear in the past it would have been like, upper, because they start with the whole upper body injury, though, other report would have been like upper respiratory slight infection, and then would have been known who it was. It was like, what the heck is going on? Who's on the injury report? So
yeah, remember the years where Tom Brady's right shoulder was already always on the injured list, like
always.
He was questionable every week.
Every week. Yep. That dude's questionable every week. So but yeah, again, I think sometimes people forget, because if you're watching college football, especially in the South, there's fans at games. Now it's not as big of a capacity, but I was watching the Georgia Auburn game. They had about 15,000 some odd fans. The Florida State game, Florida State was playing Jacksonville State. They had fans. So I think people forget that this is still around, and they definitely need to take precautions. And baseball, we'll talk about that, is going to a bubble in a way. Because they just finished their regular season in the first round of playoffs. I don't know what the NFL is going to do, but like I said, their contingency plans, luckily they have built-in bye weeks where they can move things, and multiple days they can move games. They can do a Monday or a Tuesday, and because that's going to happen. Go ahead.
All I'm going to say is this: if there was ever a reminder that COVID is still around, just look at this week's past events. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
It ain't going nowhere, and it can get anybody. The virus doesn't care who you are. We all need to take precautions and stay safe. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and, speedy recovery to everybody. I hope all the Titans, everybody, comes back healthy. Because, again, it's scary, man. It's still scary. People still need to go out, wear their masks.
Yeah.
And, get your hand sanitizer. Do what you need to do. Stay safe. And take some allergy medicine, because, man, kicking my butt this morning. So if I sound a little bit off, even though I sound off every day, a little bit more off than normal, these allergies are bad. It's October. I have seasonal allergies, so they just come and go anyway. But it's really kicking my butt this morning. So we'll see how it goes. So speaking of kicking butt, let's go back to Monday night.
Do we have to?
Yes, we do. So the main event, and it was a good weekend. I think we had Seattle, Dallas. We had a couple really good games last week. Let me pull these bad boys up so I can remember exactly what they were. As I sit here and chillax. Yeah, we had great games. Let's see. Well, that wasn't a great game. Pittsburgh, Houston, Seattle, Dallas, yes. Green Bay and New Orleans, the Sunday night game. And of course, we had Chiefs Ravens, man. I'm like, give me. First of all, let's go back to Monday night. As you were watching that game, how were you feeling?
I wasn't surprised at all. Look, the Ravens don't have a pass rush. Bottom line, look, if you can't get to Mahomes, the dude's crazy. Like, the dude's not from this planet, yo. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't surprised by the defense. I was more so surprised by the offense. Yeah, that's that.
And I agree with you on that one.
I mean, the fact that they couldn't stop Mahomes doesn't surprise me at all. It didn't surprise me at all because
it's Patrick freaking Mahomes.
Yeah, and like I said, the Ravens, we cannot get the quarter. The only way Ravens get to QBs is through blitzes. They blitz more than any team. It's been like that for the last 3 years. But the problem is you cannot blitz this guy, man. It's like when you blitz Mahomes, you're eating right into his hands, man. And then when they didn't blitz him, he just picked them apart. But that being said, I mean, I know the people want to get on a lot of people getting on the Ravens, but that being said, at the end of the day, it was a 7-point game in the fourth quarter. For as bad as the Chiefs were beating the Ravens, it was a 7-point game in the at the beginning of the fourth quarter. All the defense had to do was get a stop. All they had to do was get a stop, and the Ravens get the ball back. They could have tied that game up, Hurt. So, but I'm glad this happened. I'm glad this happened because this is going to be a wake-up call. But here's the thing. The Ravens can beat the Chiefs. And I'm glad the Chiefs, they're getting a little confident. That's cool. The Ravens can beat them, but the only way, and I truly mean this, the only way the Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs is by outscoring them. That's it. It.
Well, yeah, that's usually how you win every game.
No.
You don't win by outscoring the other team?
Look, you know what I'm saying, Hurt. The defense isn't going to be able to stop them. It's just going to be they're going to have to it's going to be offense versus offense, man.
Basically, yeah. That was just the way you said it, though. It was just like they have to outscore.
Yeah. Look, you don't see a smile on my face. This isn't a fun topic for me. All right.
Listen. I'm enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
Only because today is going to be a totally wonderful day.
Stop it,
see, dude. Listen. The only chance the football team would have had is if we went to the game.
Okay, let me remind you.
Of what?
A couple things. All right.
Here we go.
We play each other 4 times a year. I mean, every 4 years.
I was like, wow, dude. Like
every 4 years.
Okay, yes.
In 2012, what happened? You remember what happened in 2012.
Yeah, Haloti Ngata ate RG3's leg.
Right.
Yes.
Y'all won.
His rookie season, yes.
We went to the Super Bowl that year.
There you go. Yeah.
2016, what happened?
We went to the game. It was downtown. Mm-hmm. Kirk Cousins dancing outside around Ray Lewis's statue.
Mm-hmm. What happened? We lost that year, right?
He lost that. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So here we are, 2020. We've lost the last 2 times we've played the Redskins.
The football team, yes.
Yeah, the Washington team.
Football team, yes.
All right. Washington Football Club.
You know what they had at the time?
What?
A little bit of talent. It's a whole
just a little bit of talent.
Yeah, no, that tad. Listen. If anybody knows, I'm a realist. I took a picture of the NFC East standings today because Washington's still in first place with their 1-2 record. Because, yeah. Oh yeah. Because a conference game. We beat the Eagles. So due to that, we are ahead of the Cowboys. But this is the last day that the Washington football team will be in first place in that division. Period. Wow. Unless Dallas loses again. I don't even know who they're playing, but Lord knows I probably picked against them. But yeah, why? Because I know we're losing today. Today isn't one of those.
Dallas is playing who are they playing? I just had my pick 'em up. Hold on. They are playing the Cleveland Browns.
Okay. So that could still be kind of a tight game. I think I actually picked Dallas to win that game.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, we'll get to that. But even still, the only way we're going to be in first place if we lose is if they lose, is my point. So this will probably be the last day.
Oh, breaking news.
Oh, no.
The Saints will play the game today. The retest of the Saint player was negative.
Whew, okay.
So the game is on.
All right. Who are they playing? Saints?
Let's see. Some team. Matt Stafford.
Oh, the Lions. Oh my. Okay, cool. Good for Matty Stafford. The Saints game. Speaking of the Saints, of course they're since we want to. Okay, let me go back to the Monday night before I go to the Saints.
Okay.
It was a Sunday night game. So, the game, like you said, it was a 7-point game, and because football's weird, football can be weird sometimes. Because if you looked at the game, it really looked like the Chiefs were dominating.
Oh no, they were dominating. Oh, yeah. Domination.
But football is funny where a couple of tricky bounces and you're back in it. Like you said, they were, the Baltimore was within 7 points.
Yeah.
And like you said, if they would have stopped the 4th best player as voted by the players in the NFL, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, no, stop it. All right, look, I'm sick and tired of this.
No, he was putting up the floor.
Lamar Jackson was the best player in football last year, period.
We're talking about, calm down. I didn't say anything about Lamar.
I get sick of this stuff, man.
No one said it. I didn't even say anything about Lamar deserved. Let me finish talking.
Hold on, let me finish. The players vote for the top 100. The players vote for the best player in the NFL, and they do it in around November, December-ish. Lamar Jackson was the best player in football last year. So stop it. Piss me off with this stuff. He was the best player in football last year.
Are you acting like a petulant child?
Pat Mahomes is the best player in football. He's the best player in football. But last year, for year 2020, Lamar Jackson was the best player last year.
No one said anything about Lamar if you let me talk. Lamar, where he was ranked is fine. I'm just saying Patrick is not number 4 is my point.
No.
That's the whole thing. He's not the 4th best anything.
No.
He should be in the top 2. It's him. And to me, it's him and Lamar. Period.
Yeah, he's number 1. It just pisses me off, man, when people bring that up. Oh, Lamar was the number 1. He was the number 1 player last year.
I thought it was Lamar, but of course I couldn't bring it out because you just do what you normally do. Jesus, man. Wait to see where I'm going. Wait to see where I'm going first.
No. Exactly.
Lamar was MVP. Lamar's Lamar. The dude is the dude. I have no issues with Lamar being ranked there. I have issues with Mahomes being ranked 4th.
Yeah, that
has nothing to do with Lamar.
Right.
I mean, Lamar's MVP.
Like, I don't even like when these talking heads on these shows, before the season, who's the better quarterback, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes? Like, come on.
Well, they always do.
Really, why is that even a conversation?
And this is where I have an issue with how they compare people. How many times in the careers of both players have we heard comparisons of Drew Brees and Aaron Rodgers? They haven't been in the same conference.
I don't being any comparisons.
And why not? That's my point. I don't get. They picking
different players.
They pick and shoot. So are these two guys.
Like Drew Brees is nowhere near the player that Aaron Rodgers is.
Well, Drew Brees, he's a leader. Well, he's got all these records.
He's not Aaron Rodgers.
I know that, you know that. But Lamar and Patrick are two totally different quarterbacks.
Totally different.
So my whole thing is, I get there this generation or of the same generation, but Aaron and Drew are both prolific NFC. They're the 2 best quarterbacks in NFC, and they have been for a long time. But the crazy thing is, I've never heard them, compared against each other. Even when they were playing, I never heard their head-to-head matchups. Right? You know how Peyton and Tom.
Right. That's a favorite.
That was, oh my God, that was always, Brady's 12-5, or whatever it is. That Drew Brees and Aaron, nothing. No one says anything. They pick and choose who they want to put together.
Right.
And they just want to put together Lamar And Lamar, everybody has a bad game. Remember, Patrick Mahomes struggled against the Chargers 2 weeks ago.
Right.
That game, he was getting his butt kicked, he was getting hit, he was on the ground, he was getting sacked. It went into overtime, and they were playing Justin Herbert.
Right.
So, I mean, it's the NFL. If any other league is a week by week league,
Yeah.
and people need to understand that certain matchups work for certain people.
Exactly.
Matchups don't. If these two teams meet later on in the playoffs, it could be a totally different outcome.
Right.
And I think Lamar will be better as a quarterback as the season goes along. This is week 4 now?
Yeah.
It's week 4. No training camps. The Chiefs kind of know how to play him. His passing was terrible. Wish he only gave me 3 more points so I could have won my fantasy matchup, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, people here just, I was talking to one of my friends because I really don't talk a lot of Ravens football. But, he was like, man, everybody gets so down.
No, what did he say, man?
He was just like, he looked terrible. He can't pass. He can't do this. He can't do that. And I'm like, it's 1 week. It's 1 week.
Yo, forget the fact that Lamar Jackson just won you 14 straight regular season games.
That's not good enough. Because look, that's what it was. Thank you for reminding me of that. He won those season games. How is he in the postseason? He can't handle pressure. That's what it was. Lamar can't handle pressure.
Okay.
And hold on, let me finish. And I was like, so how many pressure situations has he been in? I don't even count that rookie year when he came into the playoff game. That was his first, ever anything, right? I think they were a tad bit overconfident. They didn't even give him the ball. That team ran all over Baltimore last season. And then you're going to count this game? Just stop it. The dude's not even, like, if he's like 0-5 in the playoffs, okay, fine. But everybody just needs to calm the heck down.
People forget. Remember what happened last year? Remember when New England came in town on Sunday Night Football? Remember they were undefeated, had the best defense ever. Remember all that stuff?
I remember.
What happened? They blew the brakes off them. Stop it, dude. Like,
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like, can we just appreciate the fact that we have this generational talent? You're going to have he won 14 straight games. Okay. We lost the Tennessee Titans, but Lamar Jackson was not the reason why we lost that game. It was a lot. By the way, he only threw for 350 yards and rushed for 150 yards that game. But
it was his fault.
Right. That game I blame on coaching, and the whole team was flat. Lamar was flat, but it wasn't just him. The whole team was flat that game. Go back and watch. Anyway, I don't want to go on rants about Lamar. He had a bad game. Look, like I told my brother, the Ravens aren't built to beat the Chiefs. Like you said, football is all about matchups. People don't understand that. Football is all about matchups. We do not match up well against the Chiefs. The only way the Ravens are going to beat the Chiefs if we out slugfest them. That is it. In other words, the Ravens offense has got to be on point.
Yep.
We got to hold them to field goals, and we just got to score touchdowns. That's the only way we want to beat the Chiefs, man.
Keep them off balance and keep them off the field.
Yeah.
Because the Chiefs can score way too quickly. But we'll get to that.
There's one other way we could beat the Chiefs, but I really don't want to say that because that's
if they don't show up.
No.
So don't even say it.
Right?
Of course.
I'm not going to.
I know how you are.
I'm not going to say it. But anyway, all right.
So
you ready? You want to do our picks, man? Or what's up?
Let's do our picks because last week we both had 10.
Ugh.
I should have had 14 or something, but thanks to last second horrible pass interference calls on the Rams, which helped the Bills win, thanks to the collapse of the Atlanta Falcons again, to the Bears, and thanks to whatever happened in Minnesota with the COVID ravaged Titans, which I lost that game by a point. Those are 3 games that I should have had. It should have been, you should have had 7. I should have had like 13. I would have been a blowout this week.
Well, but
I was so mad.
But if I went with what I really wanted to do, I didn't want to pick the Ravens. And I even said on the podcast last week, I said, I'm not confident in this pick. I really did it more so as a superstitious type thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, we usually pick against your team, to be honest.
no, I've picked them to win every game this year.
Well, because they should have won every game that they played this year, except for that one.
I had no confidence that the Ravens were going to beat the Chiefs, but I didn't want to.
Well, you better pick them today.
Oh, you don't got to worry about that.
No, I don't think anybody has to worry about that. I'm sure on ESPN that's a 99.9% advantage picked on by the fans. Oh, and also we had a tie game last week. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Our two bottom feeding teams. Well, no, we had the Giants as well, but the matchup of the wonderful matchup of Cincinnati and Philadelphia. Can I tell you that I don't know? I feel like Philly was playing for the tie. They weren't trying to win that game.
They were playing for the tie.
It was so ridiculous, man. Like what did Coach Herm say? You play to win the game, not to tie the game. They're just so they're so egoish. Yeah. But I'm fine with it. I'm fine.
Oh, by the way, you are correct. The Ravens have the highest. According to ESPN, they have the highest save. Put it this way, they have a 98% chance.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah.
No, and they should. Yeah, the Seahawks are second on that list. Of course, I'm not going to say who they play until we get to that point. Oh, and well, the Chiefs were at 93% too. Weird. All right, let's get to these picks, man. So Thursday night, it was Broncos Jets. You didn't pick that game, did you?
No, I would have picked the Broncos, but so you're one ahead of me. So if you
but I'm not going to count it.
Yeah, but it already.
I know. I mean, I'm saying I'm going to just take one off of whatever score we have. I mean, I win by enough anyway.
Just add one for me. You know what I mean?
Oh
yeah. I was not picking the Jets, dude.
No one's.
Let me tell you something. I'm not picking the Jets all season. This stinks. Yo, I don't know who I hate more, Adam Gase or Matt Stafford, yo.
It's got to be Adam Gase, dude.
It might be because
Adam Gase is the guru. He's supposed to. I'm not even a Jets fan.
I just it just burns me, yo, that people like Jim Caldwell don't have a job, and this guy just got it. I think that's
got a second job within the division
after failing.
How do you hire a coach who was terrible in your division for the head coaching job of your team? Yep. You tell me there was no other better candidates out there?
It's ridiculous, show. So yeah, I will not be picking the Jets at any point this season.
Yeah. All right. We got game number 1, Cincinnati, Jacksonville. Who you got?
This is crazy. First of all, I have Cincinnati. Yo, I think this is the 4th week in a row I've picked Cincinnati, yo.
And you've been wrong every single week.
Yeah. I should have been right last week, though, man.
Well, I should have been right last week because Philly should have won that game. But instead of time. But I'm picking Cincinnati as well. They're playing at home. I think they're going to upset Jacksonville.
All right.
Game number 2, Cleveland at Dallas. I'm picking Dallas, unfortunately. You know, this is the first time Cleveland is over 500 in something crazy, like 16 years or something.
That's crazy.
It's insane at 2-1, by the way.
So wait a minute. So picking that it's crazy. You're actually picking Dallas this week, but yet Cleveland's got a better record than them. I thought this would definitely be the week where you wouldn't pick Dallas.
Well, records don't mean anything.
I mean, I know, but what I'm just making the point that for you, this will be an easy pick against the team that you hate.
I don't believe in Cleveland. They played us, and they played Cincinnati. So yeah, we can make anybody look good.
No, I get you. I actually have to root for Dallas today, which sucks. So yeah.
No, don't ever say that on this show.
I can't have the Browns going 3-1.
That's all you gotta say. Just say you're rooting against the Browns.
All right, that'll work.
All right, Saints. Now the game that is actually going to happen. Luckily, Saints Lions. Who you got?
Like I said, Matt Stafford. You don't believe in the Browns. I don't believe in Matt Stafford. You can tell me, oh, he's having a great season. He could be leading the league in passing and touchdown. No, I don't believe in Matt Stafford, and I sure as heck don't believe in Matt Patricia. And you put them up against Drew Brees and Sean Payton. Come on, man.
Drew Brees. Yeah, I have New Orleans in this one as well.
Yeah.
We have Seattle and Miami. And I have to say, sorry to all our Dolphin fans who watch the show. I got Seattle.
Come on, man.
I know. You got Miami at home.
The only advantage Miami has is the fact that Seattle has to fly cross country from one coast to the, from the north, the upper North Pacific to southeast coast, man. And
and this would have been a perfect game to go to.
Dude, yeah.
Oh my God. I would have been there for this game.
No, we wouldn't, because we would have went to the Washington game. We would have had that game. Because remember, we were talking about.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That would have been today. So, yeah, you're 100% right.
But you are exactly, dude. I would have loved to gone to this game, yo.
Oh, yeah. I think it would have been a good game to go see.
Yeah.
But we both got Seattle.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dolphins fans, but it ain't happening. All right.
The battle of 0-3 teams. Now, I'm going to ask you this question. Of these two teams, which one do you think which one do you have foresaw had the best chance of being at 0-3 at this point?
Wait up. I don't understand your question.
All right, so they're both 0-3.
Right.
Picking between the two, if any one of these teams you saw could have been or could be 0-3, who would have been?
Houston.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah.
And I'm picking them to win this game.
Me too. A part of me, and this is wrong, but I'm not a fan of Bill O'Brien, man.
No, not at all.
And a part of me kind of wants, I love Deshaun though.
Yep.
I don't want to root against him, but a part of me, just wants Houston to fail, because he's another one, I think just gets a pass, man. And I think he's doing his team and Deshaun such a disservice, man. I want Deshaun to be with a real coach. You know what I'm saying?
Someone who doesn't give up their main wide receiver and doesn't get anything back.
I know I say this all the time, but I can't imagine what it feels like to be a Texans fan, knowing that this guy is destroying my team. But yeah, I'm going with Houston today, man.
I'm going with Houston too. The Vikings. Kirk Cousins. That's all I gotta say. All right.
So wait a minute. So far we have agreed on every pick.
Yeah, but this is where it's going to change right here.
All right.
Arizona on the road at Carolina. Who you got?
Come on, man. You're really taking the Panthers, Joe?
Of course I'm taking the Cardinals.
Oh, okay. I'm taking the Cardinals here.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals. After a surprise loss last week, by the way.
Yeah.
I think we both had Cardinals to win and they lost.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is going to be a closer game than what people think. But we both got Arizona.
Yep.
All right. Tampa Bay against the Los Angeles Chargers and Herbert. Who you got?
I have Tampa Bay, but I'm thinking about this. Now I'm going to stay with Tampa Bay, but I could see the Chargers upsetting the Bucks.
Yeah, I mean the rookie's going today. He's looked really good, but I think the Buccaneers are going to win at home.
All right.
The next game, not saving the best for last, because this isn't the best. We have the Battle of the Beltway. We have DC versus Baltimore. Yep, Baltimore. All right. So and they're 14-point favorites. I'm picking the over. They're going to win by at least 20.
Okay, it's not going to happen. Let me tell you.
At least 20.
Let me tell you what's going to happen. This game concerns me. Let me tell you why. Defensively, I think the Ravens are going to be able to confuse Dwayne Haskins. Okay. Offensively,
hey, it's not hard.
I am terrified of the Washington Football Club's defensive line. Our offensive line, I wouldn't say it's in shambles right now, but it's just not as good as it was last year. We lost a Hall of Fame guard. That's part of the reason why Lamar had a bad game. The last game is the O-line, man. When the Ravens people say Lamar can't pass. He could pass. The problem is when he has to pass, the offensive line doesn't hold up a lot of times. And if the Ravens have to pass, they have got to contain this Washington Football Club's defensive line. Now, I don't think Chase Young is playing today. I don't know, but
nope, he's not. He's out.
But even still, man, y'all defensive line is a beast. So I am concerned. The Ravens are going to win, but it's going to be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah, no. It's going to be a blowout. Chase Young's out. We just lost one of our defensive linemen for the season. We're not winning this game. It's not going to be close. Dwayne Haskins is going to be Dwayne Haskins. I'm not saying I don't like him, but he's kind of interception prone, and that's exactly what's going to happen this game. It's not going to be close at all. All right. What we got next? We have the New York Football Giants on the road against the LA Rams. Who you got?
I am taking. Who did I take this game? I took the Rams.
Yes, I'm taking the Rams, who should have been 3-0, but they got cheated in Buffalo. I don't want to get into that because I picked the Rams to go to the playoff. I have a good feeling about them, and so far they're making me look good. So I'm hoping they continue that way. So I had the Rams winning at home.
All right.
And yes, we have agreed so far. Hopefully this one might be a little bit different. The Buffalo Bills, the team that should be 2-1, but 3-0, and Josh Allen, whose name I finally got right this week, goes on the road and faces the Las Vegas. Who you got?
I'm taking the undefeated Bills.
Heck, damn it, I'm taking the Bills. Oh, okay. Chicago, Indianapolis, who you got?
I am taking the Colts.
Oh, thank goodness, I'm taking the Bears.
Okay.
The Bears. Luckily we had to come across something that's different. Even though the Bears, for some reason, they're 3-0. It's odd, it's weird, but Nick Foles is starting again, so that means they'll probably lose. All right.
I think we're going to come across another difference is coming up really soon too.
Kansas City, New England is postponed. I think they're going to play this game because it seems like only one player, which was Cam, tested positive for New England, which definitely kind of shifted the odds, even though the odds were still in the favor of the Chiefs. I picked the Chiefs in this game.
Yep. Same here.
Yeah. All right. Sunday Night Football. The San Francisco 49ers at home against the winless 0-2-1 Philadelphia Eagles. Who you got?
I'm taking the Eagles.
Wow, that is a difference. I'm taking the 49ers because the Eagles are horrific. Horrific. Terrible. As Charles would say. They're just terrible. Man, they're worse than a bad cheesesteak. It's just, they're not good at all. In the Monday night game, we have the non-cardiac kids, the Atlanta Falcons, on the road against my favorite player, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Of course, if anybody knows me, I'm picking the Packers. Who you got?
Come on, man.
Atlanta.
That dude, he's another one. That dude down in Atlanta, I don't know how this dude, he's like a cockroach, He just don't go away, man. He just keeps surviving. I don't understand.
Are you talking about Matt Ryan or the coach?
No, the coach, Dan Quinn.
Oh, okay, I'm about to say, yeah.
How's that dude still a coach? I don't understand.
No, I understand why he's still a coach. Why is he still a head coach?
No, thank you.
Yeah, of that team. Dude, it's once. If it happens once, it's not, it's a coincidence, right? If it happens twice, it's a problem. If it happens 3 times, it's a trend. It's a trend. How many big double-digit leads do you need in the fourth quarter to lose before you have to say, I don't know, Arthur Blank, the owner of the Falcons, is one of the, considered one of the nicest guys in the sports. But man, this is, they drove me crazy. I'm not even a fan of theirs. That Dallas game, I think ever since then, I've been so angry with them. It's not even funny. The Dallas should even have a win. Dang it. And they gave him one. You let him off the hook.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I'm going Green Bay. I got nothing for.
Yeah, I'm going Green Bay. So we have like 2 differences, I think. Or 3, maybe 3.
2, yeah.
So speaking of differences, man, you know what else is going on this week?
What's that?
The NBA Finals have started.
Wait. Hold on. We got to finish out the NFL, man.
Oh, we didn't finish the NFL yet?
No.
What am I missing? What else are we talking about? Oh, I thought we were see. That's why I said I thought we were gonna still do that last, not at the end of the thing.
At the end of the show?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, but I mean, since it's up, the graphics there. Let's do it now. Hold on. I got 5 on it.
Doop, doop.
We got the bottom and top teams. We got 5 on it. All right. So we got the bottom 5, top 5. I think I started out last week with the bottom 5. You start out with the top 5 this week. So we'll switch
with the top 5. All right. Coming in for the 2-1 Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they let us down, but they went up against the best. They got beat by the best. There's no shame in that, man. There's no shame. But now they know what they got to do to beat these boys. But anyway, they're number 5. Okay. Coming in at number 4, the aforementioned undefeated MVP candidate, Josh Allen, and the Buffalo Bills. I hate that MVP candidate stuff.
No one circles the wagons. Yes.
All right. Coming in number 3, Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, son. This team just can't be stopped right now. Aaron Rodgers is throwing darts, lasers all over the football field. My man, he's chipping away at that chip on his shoulder, man, because good Lord, don't piss that man off. That's all I'm saying.
No, please make him angry. You won't like him when he's angry.
Oh man, coming in at number 2, Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks, man. If only DK Metcalf ran at full speed, man. Good Lord, Russell would have had like 6 touchdowns last week. That's crazy. He is playing on another level right now. So yeah, the Seattle, man, they're number 2, but coming in at number 1,
numero uno.
Number 1, not number 4, number 1, Pat Mahomes and the KC Chiefs.
That's perfect. That's definitely a good top 5. Now for the bottom 5.
Real quick. Notice who I didn't put in the top 5. The undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah, because they're iffy.
They haven't played anybody.
Yeah, they're iffy right now. So, the teams that deserve to be in the bottom 5 are there. So, but we have a newcomer to the bottom 5.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It's dropping out due to winning is the Carolina Panthers.
Oh, okay.
So now we have a list chock full, or at least 2 of them, of NFC East teams who will start out at 5 and 4. So at number 5, new entrants into the bottom 5. Everybody welcome the New York Football Giants.
Oh, wow.
They're in there. We know Danny Nickel is up there throwing
Danny
paper airplanes. There's no Saquon. The Giants aren't good. They're 0-3, and they deserve to be. Look at that. I made a rhyme. At number 4 on the horrible list, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
And they're 0-2-1. 0-1. 0-2-1. They didn't try to win that game.
No.
Why are you not trying to win it? How bad is 0-3 is 0-2-1? Like, seriously. Just you play to win the game, and they didn't do it. I should have put them lower in the aspect. But I have other teams that disappoint me as well. Number 3 in the lowest, the Vikings.
No,
they're still. Listen, as we all know, I'm Mr. Not Kirk Cousins fan. All I'm saying is you're welcome. I know I was right. Number 2, the team who cannot hold a lead. This team can't hold water with their hand. Like, they're terrible. Like, if you have a newborn, do not give it to anyone on this team because they're dropping it. The Atlanta Falcons are terrible. They couldn't hold a cold. They're just not good. And the only 0-4 team currently in football with the offensive genius of Adam Gase is the Jets. The Jets, and they're going to stay that way for this foreseeable future, man. So, yeah, the Jets are the worst team in the NFL for the second week in a row. So, congrats.
So, the only good thing about the season for the Jets is they'll probably wind up with Trevor Lawrence, but I would put Adam Gase nowhere near.
Oh, no, heck no. But to me, Sam Darnold is a good quarterback. I like Sam Darnold. I do. I think he's
No.
he's
If absolutely not. If the Jets get the number 1 pick, peace out, Sam.
no, meaning I like him. I'm not saying I wouldn't pick, but you have to have the right things around any quarterback, and they do not.
Right, like a coach.
Yeah. That helps. Again, I always go back to my Patrick Ramsey scenario where he came out of Tulane. I really did like the kid, but he had a coach who didn't like offensive linemen much. And he got battered and beat for that whole season. God. I don't even want to relive those days. So yeah, those that's our 5 on it, people.
All right.
Not on 5, top 5.
Yep.
All right. Speaking of 5, because this series may only go 4, let's go to the NBA Finals.
Man.
All right, it's too long. But yes, it started this week. Heat, Lakers, 2-0 lead. They play tonight on ABC. And by the way, this is LeBron's first ever 2-0 lead in the finals, which is
wow, that's crazy.
But they're looking good so far, man. What's your synopsis of the Lakers Heat?
Well, game 1, man, they just blew the brakes off them boys. I did, man. Good Lord, man. They were up by 30 at one point, I think. I mean, man. Now they had to struggle a little bit in game 2, which kind of surprised me because they had 2 players out banned, and I can't pronounce his name.
Goran.
Dragic.
Yeah. I forgot his last name too. But but Goran was out for the issue, and Bam was out for his shoulder, I believe. So yeah, Miami was short 2 players, but those other guys were playing scrappy. They have a scrappy team.
Yeah, I mean,
and everybody expecting you to lose. You go out there, you gain some confidence. Like I said, I don't think I expected them to blow them out by 30 or whatever, or look as good as like they did the first game. But it was a really competitive game, and big up to Miami.
It's crazy. Right now, the finals MVP is Anthony Davis, man.
Yeah, no, he deserves it. The dude has been dominant. Dude has been dominant, and he's been taking. Well, I would say he's been taking a lot of shots, but he's been doing what he's supposed to do. He's taking advantage of the fact that the Heat do not have size.
Yeah.
And putting Dwight Howard looking effective, which is just
crazy, man.
The weirdest sentence I've ever said on the show. Yeah. Dwight Howard looking effective. And it helps AD out, man. AD last game, it was like 11 or 12. It was something weird before he missed like a shot, a couple of shots in a row. That dude was on fire.
Yeah.
On fire. But if they sweep and he stays doing what he's doing, that team, he deserves the finals MVP, man.
Yeah. And it's crazy.
LeBron was 1 assist short of a triple-double the first game.
Yeah. You know what, though? I don't know what's gotten in the Rondo, but, this is the way you handle him, man, because, he's hitting shots. Dude, he is playing so well, man, and the way they're using him is, like, perfect, man. He's actually, like, a threat to score. He's getting people the ball, man. He's man.
Everybody on this team stepping up. Caldwell Pope, Caruso.
Yeah.
Caruso, who was like a defensive wizard these past 2 games.
Yeah.
Has looked really good. And of course, LeBron's LeBron.
Right.
But man, I cannot. I knew this series. I said 5 maybe. But it still could go 5. I still think I still give Miami a game.
I said Heat in 6.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Heat. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it's again, here they go with the whole how does this legacy, if they win, affects the LeBron. Listen, I just want to enjoy the basketball. I'm enjoying watching the finals. It's different because it's the bubble, but I've watched all these games in the bubble now, and the crazy thing is I'm so used to it that the importance of the NBA finals, that it still feels like it's the NBA finals to me. Like it doesn't feel any different. Yeah. Because they've been in this environment for so long now. So I'd say kudos to the NFL, to the NBA for just starting this whole bubble thing. Like you said, there's been no positives tests. These guys have been there for months now.
Hey, look, man, I got to see Barack Obama this week. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So look,
Sitting next to Shaq.
sitting courtside next to Shaq.
He's like, I'm told I'm sitting right next to Shaq.
Oh man.
So what's going on, big man? Yeah, I mean, it's so good. Say thank you to all the poll workers. We need all of you guys here. It's great. It was great. Yeah. So yeah, the President Obama was there. It's pretty cool. And I like the virtual fans too.
Yeah,
Like
man.
you said, it's just so cool to see people.
Yeah, like you said, they've done a good job. They're making the best out of a really hard and bad situation. And I think the NBA is doing a good job, man.
Yeah, they've done really well. And hey, this could be LeBron's fourth, his first with the Lakers. If AD keeps playing like this, like season in and season out, he's definitely going to be an MVP candidate for the league if he keeps this up, and it'll just definitely help LeBron, and they can always still build around those two for a couple of years, and they're still going to be hurt. I know Golden State's coming back. Kawhi and AD have a new coach. I mean, PG-13 have a new coach coming in.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of coach, yeah, your boy Doc fired and hired.
Yeah, that's not a surprise at all. I think it's a good fit.
No, Philly needs someone like Doc. I know you felt that with the Clippers, they should have held on to Doc a little bit. You didn't like the fact that they fired him, right?
No, yeah, I think I would have gave Doc another shot with this team.
Yeah, I think because we forget how I think Doc's been there for Chris Paul. He's been there with who's the guy? God, Lob City or whatever they were called. DeAndre Jordan, Chris Paul, and Blake Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's been on those Clipper teams. He's had I know one season this Clipper team, but that team still never got to the Western Conference Finals. And after losing the 3-1 lead, man, I understand it, but I'm glad someone like Doc, who's a classy individual, got another head coach.
Yeah, it's a shame because it's not Doc's fault, that Kawhi Leonard and freaking Paul George couldn't hit a shot in the fourth quarter, man.
Yeah, but you can't get rid of them. So
and he had 3 games to win. He
had 3 games.
Yeah,
and you couldn't win one of 3 games. So
no, it's cool. Yeah,
but Philly is perfect for him.
Yeah,
Philly's perfect for him. So congrats to Doc, and then congrats, Doc.
Yeah.
So you're 100% right. Where are we going?
Since you brought up LeBron James, I want to talk about Kyrie Irving, man.
Oh man, really? Why would you? What did Kyrie? Did he say anything this week?
I tell you, man. Well, I heard about this podcast that Kevin Durant was coming out with.
No, that's awesome.
Which I don't really understand that. Of all people, Kevin Durant, okay. But anyway, so I guess he had Kyrie on as his first guest.
That makes sense.
But at some point during the podcast, why does this? I just don't understand Kyrie. Basically, he was saying he always saw himself as a guy who would take like a last minute shot. He always saw himself that way, but he said something along the lines like, finally, I'm on a team where I could look at someone and say, oh, yeah, that mofo can make the shot too. You know what I'm saying? Really? Really, Kyrie? Is that really how you feel?
Well, he said he wasn't talking about LeBron.
So who else was he talking?
Who were you talking about of all the teams you were on that actually did something? There was only one player on there that took you somewhere. That was LeBron.
Yeah.
Now, if you said, hey, I wouldn't give the ball to Kevin Love in the last minute to make a shot, okay, fine. Maybe not. I get it. But you had LeBron James, who did pass you the ball to win that game against Golden State after he scored 6 straight points.
Right.
To get you back into that game and gave you the shot, and you hit it. And you deserve that credit, that praise. But since then, what have you done?
Right. And the Celtics, what?
We're waiting to get rid of you.
Right.
They went further without him. They did better. Look at them this year. Again, they were in the Eastern Conference Finals. They ran into this dog Heat team, but they were there. They didn't. I know they had Kemba, but they still been a good team without him. What has he done? And the reason that I was talking earlier off the show that KD and Kyrie are just two guys that deserve each other. One of them talks nonsense and one of them believes in nonsense. One's like extra paranoid, and the other has this way of just talking about people from like the side of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's never like a direct thing. It's like, yo, dude, you know who you played for or played with. And I get that maybe the relationship wasn't the greatest with LeBron, and that can happen. That can happen. And I'm not saying LeBron didn't maybe do some things supposedly that made you feel like you weren't Kyrie Irving. I don't know. But yeah, if you whatever your issues are with LeBron are yours, and I can't battle you on them, they're personal. But to sit here and say that this is the first time you feel like you have somebody on your team that can also make the last shot, you're out of your mind.
Kyrie has no self-awareness, Joe. I don't understand that. And my thing is, Kyrie, I don't want you to talk. Just prove it out on the court. And the problem I have with Kyrie Irving, man, is this is the third time, right? This is the third time this guy has been the man. He's been on the team where he is the guy. He is the guy. And he has nothing to show for it. Nothing. When he got to Cleveland, he was the guy. They were terrible. When he got to Boston, they brought him in to be the guy. Everybody hated him. Now he's in Brooklyn, he's the guy. Same thing. He's not. He won't be. He's not a guy on this team.
No.
But this team, this year, he was the guy.
Oh yeah. Because KD was out, but yeah, right. But he was hurt too. That dude, he's also injury prone.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's always hurt.
And whenever he's the guy, his team winds up, you know what I mean, doing nothing, and he's not a good teammate apparently. I mean, look, just do it on the field. Stop making these comments. Look, if it weren't for LeBron, LeBron put you in position, all right, to make that shot and to, you know what I mean. Like he could, dude, just chill. Like I don't understand people. Like when LeBron leaves, everybody wants to take shots at this guy, but they were nothing before LeBron. Like Heat fans want to go after LeBron. Like, no, dude, if he wasn't there, y'all would have won.
They were heated.
You think Dwayne Wade and those Nets characters would have took y'all to 4 straight finals? No. Would have got y'all 2 more championships? No. Kyrie, all he does is take these passive aggressive shots at LeBron. Like, I don't understand. Like stop it, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's all I got to say about that.
It's just Kyrie being Kyrie, and he, like I said, he's got his running mate, Mr. Ghost Twitter accounts. Yeah. But they're both two guys that can't take a lot of criticism.
No, not at all.
But yeah, they're both really good players. But KD wouldn't have had those championships if he didn't join Golden State. Period.
Yep.
And you were surrounded by guys. Not saying that you may not have been the best player, but you were surrounded by guys who could also. Clay could go for 80 if he felt like it. Steph could do whatever. So you had other guys that are going to hit those shots. You weren't playing with Westbrook every year of your career.
Yeah.
You never held a team by himself. This is different. And I know the East is a little bit different, but we're going to see if those two can stay healthy, how they're going to do in Brooklyn. So
we will see.
Yes. Also, congratulations real quick to the Stanley Cup champions, Tampa Bay Lightning.
Tampa Bay.
No, this is hockey. It's not about Tom.
You sure?
Right, he didn't lift the Stanley Cup yet, okay?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. He didn't lift the Stanley Cup.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah. So, real quick before I forget, because I have to do a rant. I want to talk about your sport, my sport, our sport, baseball.
Okay.
Well, first things before we get into the playoffs, the great legendary Bob Gibson, pitcher for the St. Louis Cardinals, passed away, 2-time World Series champion. He was also MVP of the National League, I think in 64, maybe. He won the MVP in 68. Now he won the World Series MVP for the Cardinals in 64 when they went to when they won the World Series, and also in 67. I know you being an American League guy. Bob Gibson was they put it like this. He was one of the most intimidating guys on the mound. I guess he was kind of like a Nolan Ryan type before Nolan Ryan.
Or like Stewart.
Yeah, exactly. This is what Dave Stewart became Dave Stewart because of Bob Gibson.
Yeah.
They said Bob Gibson threw a pitch and he hits you. Don't look at him, go to first base. You don't want to start anything. He's a 9-time All-Star, 251 wins, 3,111 strikeouts, 2.91 ERA. And they said he's a guy that rarely smiled. He's also a 9-time Gold Glove winner. And the dude was just, he was, I'm going to say like Mr. Cardinal. Just hearing stories, I never saw him pitch, of course. But hearing stories about him and how much he intimidated people and people were just scared to even go up there and face him, it was just remarkable. I love baseball stories like that. And he just unfortunately lost his battle of cancer. He's 84 years old, but he's definitely one of the legendary pitchers in all of baseball.
It's crazy. They say the All-Star game, he hated the All-Star game because he didn't want to buddy up with the people that he was trying to get out all the time.
And I love that.
Yeah, yo. Like,
I love that.
Yo, that's like, no, man, I ain't trying to chill with you. And the dude can hit, yo. He hit, I think he's the last pitcher to hit like 300 and have 20 wins. Like, that's crazy. 24 career home runs as a pitcher.
Yeah,
yo, that's crazy.
Well, you can only do that in the National League. It may be for not too much longer.
Took him as a DH. Shoot.
Yeah, I know, right? not even a pinch runner. That dude could really go up there. So, all right, there's 8 teams left, and each team left in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all going to their respective bubbles, which is, I think, San Diego, Arlington, and wherever else that they're going to be at.
Okay.
So, here are the matchups. I want you to tell me how many games, because it's a 5-game series.
Okay.
First one, Tampa Bay versus the Yankees in San Diego. Who you got?
I'm taking Tampa.
I'm taking Tampa in 5, 4.
Yep.
Okay.
5.
Tampa in 5. Cool. I'm going to take Tampa in 5. We have my favorite team right now left in the bubble going for it all. Oakland A's versus the Houston Astros. This should be some fireworks here.
No, I got to go for Team Moneyball, man.
Yeah. I'm going for Oakland. I'm going for Oakland in 5. So, right. which means it could be a Tampa, Oakland, low budget American League pennant winning series, which would be really odd because that payroll is like low.
Yeah, we got Moneyball versus Astro Ball, and I'm on Team Moneyball. Got to take them out, man.
Right. NL, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the Padres in Arlington.
Oh, now I actually got to watch that. Okay,
yeah.
When does it start?
Does that starts Tuesdays. Tuesday on the 6th. It's the first game.
It starts Tuesday?
Yeah. All these no. I'm telling you. Tomorrow the AL starts, and on Tuesday the NL starts.
What are they waiting for?
Probably not football. Honestly.
I'm gonna take the Dodgers, hopefully.
And plus those teams gotta travel there and maybe just get settled. I don't it's a little bit different this year. So.
Okay. All
right. So who you got?
I'm taking Dodgers.
All right. Well, since I hate the Dodgers,
I know you're taking the Padres.
I'm taking the Padres in 5. I know the Dodgers won a season series 6-4 against the Padres, but I'm taking the Padres.
Well, it's too bad. It's too bad they're going to the bubble because we won't be able to see Dave Winfield and Tony Gwynn in the stands anymore. You know?
No. I mean, they could be there for the home games. They can still put the little props, Goose Gossage, and everybody. So yeah, that was fun seeing that.
Yeah.
And at Houston, we have the Atlanta Braves and the Florida Marlins. I'm sorry, the Miami Marlins.
Really? Is that a thing? I'll take Miami.
Yeah, I don't care. How about that? This is the worst series that I will not watch. I'm not going to turn on. I don't like either one of these teams. I hate the Braves, of course. The Marlins shouldn't even be there. This series should just blow up. I'm not a fan of this series at all. I'm just going to take Atlanta in 5 because I don't like them.
Yeah, I'll take the Marlins in 5.
All right, let's go to my rant real quick. So college football happened twice, and then NFL happened on this past Sunday. So yesterday, a wide receiver from Kentucky and a wide receiver from Abilene Christian were running to the end zone, beating their defenders, throw up the deuce sign, only to get tackled before they scored. Both teams, of course, ended up losing. Then, of course, we had the Cowboys-Seahawks game where a long pass to DJ Metcalf, perfect, beautiful pass to DJ Metcalf, who was ahead of the defense, but for some inexplicable reason, thinking this wasn't a 100-yard dash. I don't know what he thought it was. I don't know if he was handing off a baton to somebody, but he ended up slowing down, getting the ball knocked out of his hand for a touchback. We've gone through the Deshaun Jacksons of this world, dropping the ball before they get into the end zone.
Leon Letts.
Leon's a defensive guy. I'm not even going to talk about it. These are offensive guys. Get the ball in the freaking end zone. Because you look stupid. How are you going to celebrate before you get there? Just get there. What kind of points are you? I'm going to throw up the deuce sign. Oop, I got tackled. Oh, man. Idiot. And Kentucky ended up losing that game in overtime. That game was in the first quarter, but they ended up losing overtime. I don't even think they scored a touchdown then.
Wow.
They ended up turning over on downs on 4 downs because your dumb butt didn't get to the end zone.
And it seems like we see this every year. We see one of these like every year, man.
And I don't get it. When you played baseball, your coach told you to what? When you hit a grounder or you hit anything,
run it out.
Bust your butt getting to first base.
Yep, run it out.
And I don't care what the highest level of whatever it is. And I know baseball is different from football. My job is to, if I'm on offense, to get that ball over that line. It's this white line, 2 orange pylons that go on either side of it. Let me get across. Hell, you can hold it over to get it over first before you even enter is considered a touchdown. What are you doing? It's not about you. It's not about you. And you make it about you when you, I get tackled. What do you get, though? I'm telling you, this is why I could never be a coach. I'd either be fired for detrimental conduct to the league or something, because either I'm yanking face masks or those dudes are sitting on the bench the rest of the game. I can't stand it. I don't understand it. It gets on my nerves. And DJ's Deshaun has been a phenomenal wide receiver in his career. How? Why? What brain mechanism stops functioning for you as you're running towards the end zone? What stops working? What rationale dies? I'm confused. What are you doing? Get in the end zone. One person's paid to get in the end zone, and he's lollygagging it. And other dudes are sitting there like, oh, I'll beat everybody. No, he's right behind you now, idiot. Then they tackle you, don't score, your team loses. How do you feel then? Get in the end zone.
You all right?
No, on that note. Dude, it irks me so bad.
Yeah, it should not.
I just don't.
Yeah, because it's just something that shouldn't happen. Like ever. It just takes effort. Like, think about it. It took all that effort for you to get open. More effort to catch that ball, and you just throw it all away because you want to slow down. Like, come on, man.
Or think that you outran the defense and you haven't. So you're too busy showboating. Like, oh, look, I beat everybody. Guess what? You didn't. And you end up losing the game. Like, who are you? I know who we are. We're the N1MD podcast. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in here on. We are actually powered by StreamYard, of course, live on YouTube, N1MD podcast. Give a like, especially for that rant, because I'm upset. Or if you like, I was talking about KD or Kyrie because they're crazy. I'd like that too. So we're also on IG, on the Twitter and Facebook, N1MD podcast. And of course, you can stream us on your local Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, iTunes, anywhere you find podcasts, you will find the NYMD podcast. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Enjoy your weekend. Wear your masks.
Yes.
Please get your hand sanitizer and just take care. And we'll holler at you next week.
Peace out.
And another rant.